what we have here is a $15 Amazon special headlamp. I saw an ad for this on eBay, and I was like, hey, let's check out Amazon, see what they got, because I got Prime, so 2-day shipping. Sure enough, this had 2-day shipping. Alright, so from the beginning, it says headlamp, pretty obvious. It's a multi-function hands-free lights front. I love my lights front. They're just amazing. Okay, so it says high quality LED wicks. Okay, don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's got 18650 rechargeable. We're not even pointing at the right things. So there's where it says LED wicks. I don't even, the camera's having issues there. It doesn't want to focus on it. Either way, so it just pretty much says what it is. Fancy. So it says superpower, remote lighting. I don't know. There's no remote with it. Corrosion charge. Circulation charge. I think that's supposed to mean you can recharge it with the batteries in there. LED high power. Okay, so I already opened this up and played with it, but I repacked it. So on here it's got a card saying thank you. They're a small business, even though they're all made in the same factory. I think this one's X-Bright. Doesn't specifically say. It says you can get a $15 reward with this if you give them a review. Luckily that's what we're doing, so I can just do that and hey, free $15. We got a micro USB to USB type A, you know, just for charging. Yeet that over there. We got the light right here, which I already put the batteries in. The batteries would have been tucked in here, but like I said, I was messing with it earlier. And then we have the instruction manual, which I just realized opens backwards. Opens backwards. So I noticed the English in the first sentence is just purely amazing. Like, it is like amazing, non-sarcastic. Like, it is legit like someone who speaks English as their primary language would say. This headlamp has 2 patterns and 9 brightness modes. Okay, that sounds like legitimate English. This is where it starts to switch out after the first comma. Press the power switch. Switches you flick or slide, so I don't know how I'm going to press a switch. The light will into pattern 1. It includes 5 modes. Oh, correction, it includes 5 modes. So I gave up there when I recorded this the first time at the Englishing on that because it is just purely terrible. Now we move on to the light itself. Like I said, I put the batteries in. I think it said 18650 batteries. There's 2 of them. They pop right into here. Where's that? There's a little tab. There it is, down here, a little tab. Pop into there. They're rechargeable. Probably, depending on how this long the batteries last, I'll probably replace them with Samsung ones eventually, just because Samsung's the best when it comes to that. Okay, so, oh, it says switch. That's what makes it a switch. You got a power button right here. It'll flash red. It always does that. It has the battery indicator there. Lights on mine don't line up all the way, so you can kind of tell. I don't even know if that's full or only at 3/4. I have no idea. That's not even glued down all the way. So, as I flipped it around the first time, I noticed that this button, you can rotate, is not centered. It says that it has an IPX4 rating for water, I believe it said. But that's not straight, so I don't even know if that's water resistant. Okay, so it's got these doohickeys back here. So from here forward is aluminum for, I guess, the heat sinks of the lights. That would make sense. Back here is plastic. You hear that? It's aluminum. So I think I left it in the surprise mode, so give me 1 second. Alright, so here we are. This is the first mode. So it's just a main light. It's pretty bright. I'll show you guys here in a minute. It's dark now, so I can show it. And it goes to those 2, then goes to those 3, and bam, it goes to that. All of them. All of them. It's pretty bright. You know, I would say that's a pretty good flashlight. You know, for 15 bucks. I mean, that's honestly not bad. It lights up the ceiling of my fairly well lit room pretty well, and turns off. This I'm going to call felony mode. So we're going to hold the button. It would be one thing, you know, I've seen a lot of just red flashing ones, but never red and blue, to be specific. Like, we can look over here, you can kind of see it, it's pretty nice. Okay, we'll turn that light off, we'll turn that off, you can clearly see it's red and blue. So, you know, don't put this in your car. Like, straight up, like that is in the no-no squares. Like, a little bit, kind of hard to tell with this other light. Like, that is in the no-no square. And I mean, you can, riding your bike on the side of the road, I can see that. Not your bike on the road, because then you have to follow the traffic laws. Obviously, the cop still might try to hassle you if they saw this, but you know, if it fits, it ships, I guess. So there's that. It's got a couple different modes. It's got that one which goes between them and alternates, and then I think it flashes solid next after it's done alternating. Maybe. Yeah, see, okay, so it's slow, alternate, and then it should just be slow, yeah, it's flash together. Okay, next mode is, I think it's just these two flash steady with the center beam on. Oh no, I guess the same pattern as last time, just with the center beam on. This one is just the bottom two, same flash pattern as before. This is kind of a wig-wag with the light, and then it does an alternating flash pattern, runs the normal flash pattern on that, but this center one flashes. So, I mean, honestly though, this wouldn't be a bad light to put on a bike. It seems pretty bright. We can test it out here in a second, and we probably actually go outside and test it even further. Not with these, just because I don't want to. I'm lazy. Not because it's illegal, but I'm lazy. So, there's that. And we can cycle. You hold the button down, things for 5 seconds, and it automatically goes over to the other one. So, you know, 15 bucks. I would say it's doing fairly well. Let's go and test it out here in the dark. I need to shut this off. Oh, I guess I can't do it in recording. Alright, so we're outside now. This is the first setting, the spotlight. It's pretty bright. You can look around. The second setting, it's pretty bright too. There's both of them together. I mean, it's not bad for 15 bucks. There's just the kind of, it's hard to pick up on camera, but just kind of a glow. There's all of them together. It's not bad. Honestly, is not bad out here at all. Not bad for 15 bucks. I don't think the batteries last super long, but you know, it is what it is.